paradise won't change your mind. Can't shape the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice.
He looks about as tired as I feel. Like, it's been a long day.
No, you say that fairly often.
I do.
I start wondering what you do with your days to...
I start wondering what I do with my day. I really ought to see somebody about this sort of thing.
You should. Maybe it's like your sleeping habits.
Yeah, well, something's not healthy, and
Oh, there's a thing over there.
probably behooves me to fix it. Hi, we're playing video games, not dealing with horrible real life problems.
Get out of the way. I want this.
I need this box of experience points.
But yeah, the loading screen thing and the fact that menu, when it was first teaching me, forced me to buy a certain upgrade before it would let me out.
Really?
No, yeah, I had to buy the
Wow.
force push upgrade. It would not let me out of the screen until I bought it.
Jeez.
I mean, it happened to be the only upgrade I could buy, but until I bought an upgrade, it wouldn't have actually let me out of that menu. But that
Such shiny, bouncy people.
This game is a very good example of the illusion of choice.
Ooh.
Which I started. So to give our audience an idea of when we recorded this, it's going up in May the Force. But,
yes, it is. Well, happy May the 4th.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
happy May the Force, by the way.
Whether or not this is the first episode of our May the Force.
Oh, this is the third episode of the game. There's no way this is the first episode of May the Force.
Well, the first game we play is, oh shit, we waited until episode 3.
To explain, okay, so May the Force, as the special intro crawl for May the Force announced, it's a month of Star Wars games, because you know what? We wanted it to be. But
Also puns.
Yeah. But to give you an idea of when we record this, Horizon Zero Dawn just came out, which, goodbye.
Whee!
Which, it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive game where you hunt robot dinosaurs.
Why aren't we playing that instead?
We might, or we probably will. No, the game is gorgeous. That's all I'm going to tell you about it, Patrick. And Patrick, you should actively avoid any spoilers for that game, because
I think I can do that.
I'm going to play through it first by myself at home, and then eventually we'll bring it on the show. But
10,000 force points.
10,000 arbitrary number.
But yeah.
But that game also
Oh jeez.
has the illusion of choice in it, where you're given options from time to time to be like, which way do you deal with this problem? And it's like your choices are like, it's like compassion, force, and brains are like your various options, or wit are your various options.
Okay, makes sense.
And it seems to give you. That seems to be like, oh, okay, I'll do this based on how I want the character to be. But the reason I say it has the illusion of choice is... okay.
You're given an obstacle and you overcome it, it's just a matter of how.
Well, you're given an obstacle and you overcome it, it's a matter of how. But it's a game that has, in addition to having trophies, but it has the thing of, oh yeah, every choice you make determines the outcome of later stuff in it. But the
Which is a pain in the ass to program, I bet.
It is, but unfortunately, it's one of those games where it's like, if you aren't compassionate to everyone, then you aren't going to get everything.
Oh, come on.
Or you get locked out of things. So it's one of those, oh, you have the choice, quote unquote, but if you aren't, doing the one thing that we programmed you to be able to have everything for, then you're missing out on parts of the game, which is crap.
That is too bad. What you're saying is reminding me of another game that also recently came out, Torment: Tides of Numenera, and I've been playing that.
I got gripped, whatever that is.
You also got damage increased, which considering the glow around you seems to be a temporary buff.
Yeah, the Sith holocrons are temporary. Sith Frenzy. I'm
And it wore off just in time for new enemies to get here.
It's okay. I'm gonna kill him. But yeah, you're in Numenera.
Torment Tides of Numenera. It's a spiritual successor to Planescape Torment, and they don't have a morality system so much as the Tides.
Oh, that morality system. We'll follow up on that. That's another thing that bothers the crap out of me.
Yeah. But these Tides, one, since the game is brand new, I'm thinking that there's some like interface stuff that has been forgotten to be implemented. I can't find anywhere that shows me what tide I'm leaning towards or what the other tides are or how much I'm leaning towards one or the other. But they're not like alignment systems like good or evil, but they're things, I guess 5 approaches. Whoa, he turned into a light bulb. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Maybe you shouldn't touch the walls in this room.
I'm not going to. He is.
Oh, God.
So are you.
You got 3 1s.
I did.
So yeah, the Tides of Numenera. They more represent approaches of behavior, like seeking out data for the sake of knowledge, or representing compassion and justice, or so on and so on and so forth. There are 5 of them, and they're all different colors. And according to the Kickstarter updates and the premise of the game, the top 2 that you embody when you play through the game supposedly dictate or unlock various parts of the game, because people will respond to you and your presence and your actions in certain ways.
Okay.
If you're super red, which means aggression and force and might makes right, and you don't behave expectedly, then people might be taken aback. Or it might unlock the option to take certain actions because, well, since you are so red, then it would make sense for you to think of breaking down the door or beating this guy's face in to get information.
I just ran
like
straight into a guy with a heavy repeating, like a minigun.
You just walked into a big old stream of green fire and nothing happened.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt your story, but I was just like, oh my god, what the hell, dude?
Well, that was pretty much the end of it. I've played for a grand total of an hour's worth of the actual main campaign, because as a Torment game, which is pretty much one of the old school isometric 2D Dungeons & Dragons games, just with a different system running the action.
Right.
There's side quests under every pixel. Every character has an intricate backstory, and they're all fantastically written and really interesting. And it means that every step you take is one step towards distraction, and the main story never gets finished.
Every step you take, every move you make,
exactly,
brings you further from
I'll
the main
be pausing
game.
you to finally comb over my options. Also, I've had a grand total of 1 fight, and it's amazing. Because you don't have to fight. You can be a sly motherfucker and never just talk your way out of everything. And the game is all like, no, I can handle this, don't worry about it. And it's kind of amazing. Without using mind powers, I have actively considered or caused like a bunch of slaver thugs to rethink their lives and maybe get a different job.
Were they're getting out of the death stick business?
Yes. And I didn't threaten them. I'm just like, you guys know you're being assholes, right? And they're just like, shit, we're being assholes. Fine. I'll be at Sardi's or whatever. But yeah, it's
that's yeah.
I hope it's not going to turn out to be, oh well, you weren't picking the consistently red choices, so you don't get the red ending or whatever. Which is like every morality system that has ever been in every video game since 2000.
Oh,
he died.
I died. Something killed me. Yeah, morality systems piss me off a lot they piss me off when skills and stuff are locked behind them, because it's almost always, it's like, oh yeah, we want to give you the choice, but going with whatever you want to choose as you go through the game is almost always the wrong choice because you get locked out. The only game that ever allowed you to be morally gray and didn't punish you for it was Jedi Knight 2.
Some of the KOTOR games. I think, especially KOTOR 2, you could be, like, right down the middle. And, not only would you get sick bonuses for doing so, you would also get, like, mad respect from a particular character in your party who was all, yeah, being good is stupid. Also, being evil is stupid. So you shouldn't be either.
I should have qualified that with games that I have played.
Oh, you haven't played those?
I've never played the KOTOR games.
Goodness gracious, man. They are a dream.
Well, you know...
Is that a force-using robot?
No,
Come on.
He's using a...
That's a tractor beam, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got a...
Are you supposed to play catch with this thing?
I hope not, because that's bullshit. I'm just gonna play... I'm gonna play Attack the Legs. But no, the KOTOR games, when they came out, my computer wouldn't run them because there was something weird about the oh, he died. There was something weird about the graphics card in my system that it just wasn't supported well.
Oh, that's too bad. I think you're supposed to ride those.
I think I'm supposed to break them. Or make it so that I can do this, I guess. Anyway, so there was something weird about my... Oh, I can jam them. That's awesome. So there, like, oh, hi. I was looking at the pretty graphics.
Yeah, meanwhile, everybody's shooting you in the chest, and your character's all like, sure wish I could block that.
Whatever.
Never mind the fact that I was doing so effortlessly before.
As Vader?
No, as him. He just stops deflecting arbitrarily.
I think I have a certain number of deflections in a row I can do that it never actually tells me what they are.
It makes the character seem like a total asshole to the players. Like, no, I'm done deflecting. You should move your ass.
That's fair.
My self-preservation only has so much patience, okay? Just screw you. Use the thumbsticks, you dumbass.
I just threw a grenade at him. Goodbye. But yeah, I never played the KOTOR games. I mean, maybe we'll get a chance during May the 4th, May the 4th to play them. But we'll see, because those games are just so long that I don't think they'd actually fit the format of this, even though I do want to play them. So we'll see what happens. Like, we haven't...
They're definitely games to play just for yourself because they're fun.
But yeah, for whatever reason, they did not work well with the configuration that my laptop had.
That's too bad.
And by the time I had a system that could, like, play them, I just was like, whatever. Unlimited energy. Which means Actually,
crush them.
Later on, when you get unlimited energy, it just means force lightning everywhere. Force lightning.
So you were saying about other Jedi Knight games.
Oh,
yeah.
So
system.
Jedi Knight 2 has it's like KOTOR. If you go middle of the road, you can get some of the best powers. But most other games that have a morality system, based on whatever your first choice is, you might as well just do everything from, like, if you choose evil as your first choice, you're evil. Deal with it.
Jedi Knight 2 or Dark Forces 2, which would be Jedi Knight 1? Because Jedi Knight 1, that was the only one I recall where you had to select powers, and then the powers you selected determined where you would ultimately end up being on the good or evil dichotomy, which was you had the choice of good or evil, and there was no in between after a certain stage. And it was partially based on how you behaved, but it was more, if you had dark side powers, you were a dark side character. If you had light side powers, you were super saintly, unless you murdered all the NPCs you came across.
I'm trying to rearrange the room.
I'm doing my feng shui.
Actually, I'm not going to. We're not going to be playing this long enough for that actually to matter.
Okay, good.
So.
But Jedi Knight 2 was just, here are force powers. You get them now.
It might have been dark. It might have been Dark Forces too then.
Yeah, because that one I remember that quite starkly. It was just, I had put a couple of points into some dark side powers, but mostly it was put as much as I can into heal, and then the game is much, much easier. But if you had anything in the other side of the Force, by the time you got to the point where the game made its final evaluation of you, then all of your force points were disinvested from the other side's force powers, and you couldn't select them anymore. You had to choose to reinvest them into your side's powers because you had chosen already.
That's kind of crap.
Well, it was...
you know what?
It was particularly weird when you were, I've got all this force grip stuff, but you ended up on the light side, and now you were super healy pants.
Oh, because that was... I forget what determined what side you ended up on, but I do... It was not related to your force power choices.
But it partially was. If you had dark side powers, then it was increasingly like boingy, boingy. It was like a golf shot.
Okay, we're in a TIE Fighter assembly plant. That's kind of cool.
This looks like an obnoxious timing puzzle with the lasers and all.
Yes, but I have force powers, so...
You also have this guy annoying us.
Yeah, he's dead.
I know!
Go that way.
I'll be the one with the gun that finally takes him down. Never mind the last 100 or so dudes.
Zap. Zap.
Oh my god!
Zap.
That's like an industrial lightsaber.
No. Oh, I reached the end point where...
Are you playing catch with TIE Fighter fuselages?
Maybe. All right. I think we'll join you up next time.
Yeah, we gotta end the episode. We're having too much fun.
We are. Can't do that. Star Wars game.
See you next time.
I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry sky.